The Johnson & Johnson talc powder lawsuit has taken a weird turn as the company tries everything they can to avoid paying people who are dying from their products from a horrible cancer. We now have a law firm fighting against each other in this because of it's been intended by Johnson & Johnson to create this turmoil. The truth is, Farron, you've seen me handling this for a long time now. This case has been going on 11 years. And the fellow in charge, Andy Birchfield, just refuses to cave in. He refuses to say, I'm not going to allow you to pay pennies on a dollar to a woman who's gotten cancer from your product. The science is overwhelming. It's not even, people say, it's just baby. Any idiot that's out there saying that right now, maybe hasn't read a book or hasn't read the newspaper. But the truth is, it's killing women, okay? And so Andy says, look, Andy Birchfield says that this just isn't right. We can't let people be paid $100,000 when the medical bills are going to, the liens, the hospital has liens. That's going to eat that up. The attorney's fees will eat that up. The client will come out with nothing. And the only person that makes money on that maybe is the lawyer in the hospital. Yeah. So he just says, we can't abide by that. I can't do it. So now what's happened is you've had Johnson & Johnson has now gone to Texas for a third bankruptcy. Now think about this, Farron. Do you remember the story we did just several weeks ago about Texas? The Texas bankruptcy court, as you recall, we did this story, I think a couple of times. You have this judge out there, Judge Jones, who's under criminal investigation. He's the chief bankruptcy judge. What we found out is you had law firms like Kirkland and Ellis going to his chambers, right? Having a hearing, and at the hearing was Elizabeth Freeman. Now, Elizabeth Freeman doesn't mean anything to anybody listening to this program, but it meant everything to Judge Jones because he was having sex with her over a long period of time, apparently. And so the judge, good Judge Jones, if she showed up, it was like a signal. Judge, you need to rubber stamp this. So he would rubber stamp it. Victims would have to pay for that. Victims got no money. Creditors got no money. The corporations would keep their money. If they had $100 million there, they'd keep their $100 million. And Judge Jones, the hustler here, would say, hey, take the $100 million, pay yourself, rebuild your company, do what you want to do with it. It's an ugly, ugly story.
And it's getting uglier because now Johnson & Johnson, knowing they're going to have to pay something to somebody somewhere, what they're doing is instead of going to the law firm that is actually handling the cases, they're trying to reach out to what's called these referral attorneys. And hopefully you can explain just a little more about that in a second. But they're reaching out to the people not actually handling the cases, but the ones who gathered clients. And they're saying, hey, here's our settlement offer. You go ahead and just rubber stamp this for us. We'll pay it out. Everybody gets their money quick. You get your fees. You get out of debt because now we got Wall Street banks investing in law firms. You owe them a lot of money, and this will pay your bills real quick.
They have to play ball with Johnson & Johnson because they've gotten these loans from Wall Street. There's one lawyer that's talked about in these articles that owes $240 million. I'm sure it's more than that now. It's more as we speak because the interest is so crazy. $240 million. Okay, now he has, thousands of cases. How does he handle those thousands of cases when he's $240 million in debt? He doesn't have the infrastructure to handle it. He doesn't have the paralegals to handle it. He's out there in his office kind of sitting out in the middle of nowhere just waiting for Johnson & Johnson to pay him something. So he gets all the money, the victims get nothing, and Johnson & Johnson goes on their way, and they've won their third bankruptcy. First one failed, second one failed. You know why? Because the judges said, well, I don't get this. You have $460 billion. You are worth $460 billion. And you're coming to bankruptcy court to ask for relief. This is the ugliest story. This is something they'll be talking about in MBA schools, depending on how this goes. If Johnson & Johnson wins this, you'll be hearing, hey, we got a good plan. Make a product that kills people. Make a lot of money. Make as much as you can. Put the company in bankruptcy after you kill thousands of people. You go home, you got a big bonus. You've made a lot of money, Mr. CEO. You made $40 million in the last couple of years. Just go home. Everything's going to be okay. This is what they're going to be teaching in MBA school. They already almost teach the same kind of thing, but this is going to be a whole new iteration of it.